episode 190.
Where's Mo?
Noticing So Mo Chang hadn't logged in, Tang Ru asked Yi Xiu.
After all these days of gaming,
Everyone had gotten pretty familiar with each other by now. The girls' nicknames for each other were always more intimate. One called the other Mumu, and the other called this one Ruro.
they kept at it with gusto, completely oblivious to whether it was turning anyone's stomach.
No idea. Ye Xiu was puzzled. Even if So Mo Chang couldn't make it, she'd definitely leave him a message. But there was no word from her, not in the game or on QQ. Did something happen? Ye Xiu muttered to himself. He picked up the phone by the computer, ready to call and ask, when suddenly the front desk was knocked. A customer had come to use the internet. The newcomer's voice was muffled. Ye Xiu looked up. Damn, it must be freezing out there today. The person was bundled in a fuzzy coat, a fuzzy hat, and a fuzzy scarf that wrapped tightly around their face, leaving only a pair of eyes visible. Two pupils darting about inside. He was just one big fuzzy bundle. Ye Xiu sighed and set down the phone.
You finally managed to make yourself unrecognizable, even to me.
The person reached up and pulled down the scarf. Guess this get-up is pretty stifling on me, huh?
Really? I figured there's no way anyone would recognize me like this.
But don't you think sitting in an internet cafe, looking like that would still draw a crowd?
There's hardly anyone here right now.
So Mo Chang turned her head, scanning the customers scattered throughout the internet cafe. The sparse overnight business was naturally a far cry from the bustling crowds of the day and evening.
Shouldn't you be staying in your room? What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
I was bored, so I came to find you for some fun. Let me see where you're sitting.
Ye Xiu stood up and scanned the dimly lit internet cafe. The corner where Huang Xiaoshen had hidden last time was an area that remained empty at night. It was dark and cold, with no lights or air conditioning on. Yi Xiu's gaze swept the area. Finally, he just slapped a spot beside him.
Let's sit here. This is nice.
So Mo Chang happily settled into the seat. Ye Xiu booted up the computer for her, then added a warning.
This is the server machine. Don't touch anything, or you'll crash the whole internet cafe.
That's hilarious.
Not fun at all. Hey, hurry up and log in. We've been waiting for you.
So Mo Chang logged into the game, still wearing her fluffy hat. She's here finally. Ye Xiu's Lord Grim was still with the group. The moment So Mo Chang's Windward Mist logged in, she heard their surprised voices through her headset. Ye Xiu picked it up and said, "No," not mentioning that So Mo Chang was right beside him.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where are they? So Mo Chang turned her head to look at the spot where Ye Xiu and the others were a moment later.
Made it just in time.
Sorry about that. I'm late. No worries. Being late is a woman's prerogative.
Bunny Invasion said this, but coming from this guy, you couldn't tell if he was being humorous, sarcastic, trying to suck up, or just stating what he saw as a plain fact.
Alright, enough talk. Let's get started.
Ye Xiu said, adjusting his headset.
Hey,
Let's head into the instance.
Let's go in.
Steamed Bun Invasion now carried himself like a vanguard with Yi Xiu as his general. He loved being the first to charge in, and right now, he was the first to leap into the dungeon. Cold Mist and Windy Blossom charged in right after. So, when Calming Mist and Du, he was just about to enter when Ye Xiu called out to him. Ye Xiu sent him a trade request.
Here, take this.
What is it?
So Mo Chang confirmed the trade and looked at the item.
A level 30 purple. Tier hand cannon.
you bought this for me, of course. How much?
100. That's cheap. But in the new server, it's not cheap at all. But you're loaded, Su Mo Cheng said.
He was well aware of Ye Xiu's bet with Team Tiny Herb, which had nearly cleaned out the entire guild. As they talked, the two of them entered the dungeon. The five were teleported in, and the fight began in earnest. The coordination between Ye Xiu's four was already flawless, and everything that needed to be explained to Feng Hua had been covered. Fortunately, this guy wasn't a noob either, and he was quite familiar with the dungeon. Ye Qiu explained the strategy and approach to him in theory, and he caught on pretty quickly. There were still plenty of rough edges in their coordination, but today, with Su Mucheng and the other two all wielding purple tier weapons, their DPS had shot up significantly. As long as Feng Hua wasn't completely off the rails, they could basically make up for it with sheer output. The four of them, upon entering, immediately split off toward their respective targets. Windblown also instantly followed yesterday's instructions, using aerial fire to vault onto the windowsill. Those 5 shots from the aerial fire were indeed not wasted. He fired toward the mob Ye Xiu was about to pull. But the creature he just peppered with 5 shots from the windowsill was already roaring and giving chase. Oh, Feng Hua only got out the first syllable of OT, because the mob charging at him was instantly yanked back by Lord Grim with a circle swing. Nice! Hearing Yesha's praise, Feng Hua shook his head. He reminded himself again, this was no ordinary dungeon team. He had to ditch the crude mindset of a regular party. OT means nothing in this team. Just go all out with your DPS. The harder you hit, the faster we clear this dungeon. That's the way it is. As he thought this, Feng Hua intensified his assault on the 4 minor mobs that Lord Grim was handling.
Ah, that's the stuff.
Now this, Feng Hua said, is what I call DPS. I can unleash my full damage without a care. Having to constantly watch the MT's aggro like usual is just no fun at all. Feng Hua fired his pistols with glee. The other monsters had already closed in. Windward Rain flew up onto the high platform. The entire strategy was the same as yesterday's. But today, Windward didn't need Su Mucheng to point out which 2 monsters counted as the central ones. Now that he understood the theory behind the strategy, he could judge for himself where to strike. While he was free to unleash his full output, he still had to follow the tactical coordination. Going all out on damage didn't mean you could just hit whatever you wanted. This first wave of 12 minions was cleared with far greater efficiency than yesterday. As the final monster fell, Ye Xiu checked the time. The difference was night and day.
Come on, break the record in one go.